Hi everybody, it's Sarah and it's Fabulous Friday, and we're nearing the end of Eating Disorder Awareness Week, and I personally think we need a whole month, but nobody asked me, so we only get a week. But I don't know about you, but I think it's a fabulous idea that we have at least a week to sort of bring awareness to this disorder and really embrace and empower those with the disorder so that they can get better in a way that isn't nearly as lonely as the way they got sick. And I think, that this silent epidemic that we have around eating disorders will, it'll be the death of people with eating disorders because they don't have that voice, they don't have that outlet. And so that brings us to our topic today, which is finding and using your voice. And I don't know about other people, but for me, using my voice was definitely discouraged. The few times I tried, it didn't work. I was very much expected to be a seen and not heard child, and it was really, really hard for me to say anything. And even if I did want to say something, it didn't feel like it was allowed. And I think that that's what a lot of people run into. And I think that so people just get to the point where they stop using their voice and they start using their body instead to communicate. And I think that that's a huge, huge issue with people with eating disorders. Because let's face it, if you're at a BMI of, XX and you're extremely underweight, it's very, very, very hard to be like, you know what, I'm okay. Well, no, clearly you're not, because there are people in Ethiopia starving that weigh more than you do. It's very, very hard for someone to say, while you're pale, while you're sick, while you're, very, very, very thin, while you're cold and freezing, for them to say, yeah, you know what, you're okay. We don't need to spend any time on you because you're just doing great. And as much as people with eating disorders will try that and will try to say, yes, I am fine, I am fine, I am fine, that primitive sort of instinctual need for help, it just shows through in the symptoms of an eating disorder. And I think that is why so many of us end up relying on our bodies instead of our voices to communicate. And that's really, really unfortunate because you have an incredible voice and you have, you're very intelligent, you're articulate, you're interesting, you're unique. And unfortunately, speaking with your body doesn't play to any of that. And it doesn't help you embrace all that, whereas using a voice and using different, more healthy ways to communicate is just so much easier to understand and to celebrate your reason and your purpose than it is when you try to communicate with your body. So that is definitely my challenge for the week, for the month, for the year. Stop using your body to communicate. It wasn't meant to do that. It was meant to help you move. It was meant to sustain you. It was meant to help you enjoy life. It was not meant to speak for you. That's what you had a voice for, and that's why you do have a voice. And it's just so, so important that we make good use of that, and that we keep trying to, even if it doesn't work, because at one point it will work. There is someone out there that wants to listen to you, I promise. May not be the first person you go to, it may not be the second person, but there is someone out there that is willing to listen and wants to make things as right as possible for you. And before you can even articulate that, you need to figure out what that is. And making peace with your body is definitely a good start. So don't ask it to do what it wasn't ever supposed to. It was never supposed to communicate for you. It was supposed to support you. It was supposed to carry you through this world. It was supposed to, feed and nurture you, nurture your energy, and just be a home for your soul. But it was never meant to speak for you. You have a wonderful, empowering voice for that. So that would be my main message for today is definitely focus on using your voice, focus on using your words, focus on using music, motion, movement, color, whatever, just not your body, because your body wasn't meant to speak for you. And it's so much easier said than done. I totally get that. I'm still working on it, but it's a goal that's worth working for. So I will hopefully see you later. I'm headed off swimming, and I will think of you all and enjoy it, and I hope that you guys had a wonderful week. Take care.